So tell me a little bit about bringing this together and some of the challenges you had in bringing this together, because it's a really amazing forum. You got a lot of candidates here. Some candidates didn't show, but can you talk to me about what the process was like?
Yeah, so it's really hard to get people out on a nice summer day in August because who wants to, as much as it is important, a lot of people would rather be at the beach. So we had some difficulty getting that out, but a lot of our community members are really active in this type of and passionate, and they want to be here. Getting certain candidates here is also difficult. We invited every single candidate, so we did reach it out to everyone. So we got what we got, and it turned out great, so we're really happy.
And the questions you came up with, this was done by a process. You want to talk about that process a little bit? How did you guys develop your questioning?
Yeah, sure. So the original idea came from like some of the original founders of Students for Change. They really, because the election is really important, so they really want to have a place where the community can come together and ask questions and hear from their candidates, because that's not always available, and people also don't have the time or desire to research. So we really wanted people to understand who they're voting for. The planning process was a lot of meetings. We had to come up with all of our questions, which were just sourced from Students for Change members and some of the planning people as well. But it was basically just trying to look at all different aspects of a candidate's platform and we only had 3 questions. We were trying to ask questions that landed in different spots of the platform, just so we could get as wide a range of responses and knowledge as possible.
Right. And some of the questions were landing pretty close, like, to you personally, right, with the stuff going on in the school systems in here. Can you talk about some of that, like emotionally, how emotionally charged it was? Because it seemed like this was a real thing. And
NK high school, especially because we're both high school seniors, it's been a rough couple of years. Any high school in Rhode Island, in the country, with the pandemic in general.
Sure.
But we've had a couple losses from teachers and faculty, and we had an incident with Erin Thomas. So it's been a lot, and these types of things to try to get our community to be rebuilt is important, but it's hard to do because a lot of people are still in the shock process and not wanting we're just like, what is going on?
Sure.
So just kind of add on to that, like our group is Students for Change, so a lot of this is, what concerns us as students, because one of the biggest things we want to do is get ourselves and other young people involved in the political process. And these are the people that are going to help us make the change that we want, so we really want to ask them the questions that were affecting us the most, that have been weighing on us, that we feel like haven't been answered or addressed, and we feel like that we were able to do that today.
And if other students wanted to do something like this, would I be able to refer them to you? And
of course.
All right, cool. I'll make sure I add that as a note. Thank you. Is there anything I should have asked I didn't? Any thoughts you have that I should have brought up I didn't?
No, thank you so much.
I'm really happy about it. I thought this was an amazing event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it.